this. I want to bring in Senator Lindsey Graham out of South Carolina, member of the Armed Services Committee of the Senate, and a Republican presidential candidate. Senator, good morning to you in New Hampshire this morning.
Good morning.
The day after, what did you hear?
Proof positive that she's unfit to be commander-in-chief, and let me tell you why. A commander-in-chief is supposed to take care of their people, give them what they need, not ignore their request. When they're in trouble, the commander-in-chief is supposed to help them. During the attack, she never called the Secretary of Defense or the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs. But the most damning thing is that we now know, and this is what the hearing is all about to me, we know that she knew that there was no protest caused by video. She told the Libyan government, the Egyptian government, and her own family. On the 14th of September, 2 days after she talked to the Libyans and the Egyptians and Chelsea Clinton, she told the family members, we're going to get the guy that made that video. And when Susan Rice testified on the spoke on the 15th, that there was no coordinated terrorist attack. It was a protest caused by video. She never lifted a finger to correct that narrative. She is complicit, in my view, with the Obama administration's efforts to lie and mislead the American people about what happened to Benghazi to protect the president's reelection.
Wow, you said a lot right there. Let's break it down a little bit here. Judge Anna Napolitano here last night said that the FBI was listening to her testimony. He suggests that the FBI, had a field day because under oath it is just as serious to mislead Congress as it is to lie to Congress. And what you're suggesting perhaps was not a lie, but was misleading in everything you just stated there.
Well, what she did is she conspired with Susan Rice by silence, not to correct the record. Susan Rice told the American people something we all wanted to hear. This was not a coordinated terrorist attack. This was a protest caused by video. We couldn't see it coming. The consulate was substantially, significantly, and strongly secured. Hillary Clinton, 3 days before, told the Egyptian government, the Libyan government, there's no evidence of a protest. It wasn't related to the video. It was an al-Qaeda attack. Here's what really gets me about Hillary Clinton. She told the family members on the 14th of September, who were grieving, we will get the guy who made that video. In other words, she chose to misinform, mislead the family members. She sat on the sidelines as Susan Rice misled the American public. Why? We're 2 months away from an election. President Obama is telling the whole world, bin Laden's dead, al-Qaeda's decimated. The Libyan attack undercut his re-election efforts. That's why no security was given to Benghazi, because it would undercut the idea that al-Qaeda was decimated. And the reason Susan Rice, she didn't accidentally tell the most beneficial story to the president. She chose to mislead the public. She didn't balance out the evidence, and Hillary Clinton knew she was lying. You cannot conclude this investigation until you bring Susan Rice before the Congress and ask her to explain why she said there was no evidence of a terrorist attack. This was caused by a protest. This was a protest caused by video when the Secretary of State told the Libyans and the Egyptians 3 days before something completely different.
Well,
Susan Rice has to testify.
Maybe she is next. Trey Gowdy said it's not over. You were active on Twitter yesterday during the hearing, throwing a lot of support toward Trey Gowdy. Democrats would strongly disagree with that opinion. How do you think he did?
Well, Democrats, he did great. He found emails that no one else found. The ARB was a joke. They never interviewed Secretary Clinton. So this is the definitive work on Benghazi. You never interview Secretary Clinton. You didn't know about her emails. You never saw Chris Stevens' emails. Jim Jordan did a hell of a job. There's an email from Chris Stevens saying, as a joke, I should call the Qataris and ask them for security because nobody in my government will listen to me. So she wants to be commander-in-chief. Is this the way she's going to handle her troops, people in harm's way? How could she not know about the deteriorating security environment in 2012?
Much more to come on this. Lindsey Graham, thank you for your time. Manchester, New Hampshire this morning, part of our coverage throughout the day here. The Republican from South Carolina. Thank you, sir.